Hi, this is Remy Pengel with the Center for the Advancement of Sustainable Energy at James Madison University, and I'm here today to talk to you about the resources that our center is providing for coaches and teams in the 2022 Renewable Energy Challenge season. So again, last year with COVID, we did a lot of enhancement to the offerings that we had to help teams, mainly knowing that teachers had very little bandwidth and that parents might be coaches for the very first time. We want to continue that. We really like the idea of these projects being as student-driven as possible, and taking a lot more pressure off of the coaches to be those content experts and to answer all the questions. So we want to be here for them. So there's a couple of things that we're doing to help. The first thing are the kits. So I'm going to go through the kits with you one at a time. So the kits are going to look the same as they did last year. There's going to be 3 tiers of kits. The tier 1 is the I have no resources, I'm doing this from scratch, I need it all. And that's what I'm going to show you today. But there'll be a tier 2 kit, which is like, I did this last year, I've got some solar panels, I have a wind turbine, I just need some parts, basic parts to get started with a new team. And then there'll be a tier 3, which is more like custom parts, like my multimeter broke, can you send me a new one? My generator wires fell off, I just need a new generator. So here is the tier 1 kit for solar. So if you recall last year, we provided everything you needed to build a basic structure. So the box, that's the basic structure. If you need to build a solar powered house, that's the basic solar structure. But you could do anything with that box, or you can build from that. We also gave you a light bulb. This is an incandescent, a 100-watt incandescent light bulb. This is not to be powered with your solar panels. It's actually to activate your solar panels if you can't get outside to test them in the sun. We also provide you with the multimeter because you need to be able to understand the wattage of your solar panels, and this is a great way for the students to explore voltage, amperage, and wattage of the solar panels before they start applying that power. This is a kit which you could build a switch. It's a little bit easier to understand than the switches that we provide in the kit, but we do also provide 2 switches. We will also provide you with 2 sets of alligator clips for building your complex solar circuits, 2 LED lights, and then a couple of other loads that you can power with your solar panels. There's a buzzer, a DC motor, and the fun water pump that everybody loves. And the tray, so that you can put the water in it and run your water pump. And then last but not least, you got 2 solar panels. Again, with the Solar Structure Challenge, remember that it doesn't matter what solar panels you use, it's how you're applying that power. So you don't need to use these solar panels. You can use any solar panel that you'd like. And then some electrical tape, because, you know, electrical circuits, you're going to need some electrical tape. All right, so the tier 1 kit for the wind competition also has everything you need to make a base model, and we even included an advanced nacelle in there, so it's a little bit over and above the base model. So there's a lot of stuff in here. First thing is we provide a glue gun because that's the best way to attach your blades to your dowels. All the parts you need to build an advanced nacelle with gears. Blade materials, so a couple of pieces of balsa wood, a couple pieces of chipboard. There's even a resistor in here because you're going to need to have resistance on your circuit in order to measure the power for the competition if you're doing this in the virtual competition that we're offering again this year. And your multimeter with alligator clips so that you can get a power reading out of your wind turbine. Dowels for attaching your blades. Pitch protractor for finding the pitch of your blades. Electrical tape for installing your generator in your turbine. So, and the hub for attaching blades to your turbine. The rest of this is all the PVC materials needed to build your wind turbine, including the generator. This one happens to be installed already, but you would get the coupler, the small piece, and then the generator, and you would use the electrical tape to install it. So aside from the kits as the main resource this year, we'll also be providing some virtual resources. So last year we offered an open lab, which is kind of like office hours on a weekly basis for an hour and a half. One of our staff, maybe some college students or experts, will sit on a Zoom call and answer your students' questions in real time. So they're having problems figuring out how to get the solar panel to power the water pump. Bring all the stuff in front of them, sit in front of the camera, and we'll work through the problem together. So that's the open lab, kind of open office hours on Zoom on a weekly basis. That will start in January, and we'll let you know the day. We haven't picked that yet. We'll also continue to do the expert forum on Flipgrid. So this is kind of a way for them to ask a question, and then within a day or two, they will get a video response from an expert answering that question. And this is nice because it archives all of the answers as opposed to that real-time open lab. This is a little bit more static, but it means it's archived as well. For the students, those are the main resources. Again, you can email us at case@jmu.edu anytime with your questions, and we can get back to you. We'll also, for the coaches, offering those weekly coach calls. They're scheduled from Wednesdays from 3:30 to 4:30, and they've already started. So you're welcome to join me any afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, to ask questions about logistics, competition stuff, but also questions about how to get your students prepared. Towards the end of the springtime, we are going to start offering tunnel testing days for the wind competition. That gives the students access to the wind tunnel a couple of weeks before their competition, so they don't have a lot of surprises the day of. So just, make sure you're on our mailing list and you'll get those updates as we schedule those. The last thing I will mention is last year we offered a career webinar with industry folks talking about career pathways within renewable energy. Was very well received, and we hope to be able to offer a similar webinar or series of webinars again this year, but very likely it'll be in the beginning of 2022. So again, keep your eyes on the website and your email, and we will let you know when those things get scheduled. I think that's it for the resources that we're offering. Any questions, please email us anytime, case@jmu.edu.